Please welcome today's press conference guest, singer, songwriter and campaigner Sting. Looking really comfortable sitting in that chair.
I feel like my mastermind.
Well, let's hope the questions are just as tough. On the phones now. And line one. Hello, line one.
Hello, this is Clark Vincent speaking.
Hi, Clark. Off you go.
Morning.
Morning.
Yeah, I'm just starting out a band, Sting, and I was wondering if you've got any advice for us.
How old are you?
16.
You're 16. Well, I think there's plenty of time to make it. I didn't make it until I was 25, so you should get as much education, musical or otherwise, as you possibly can, and play as much as possible, and just keep plugging away and do what you believe in, and don't take any sensible person saying you shouldn't do this, because that's what they told me. They said, oh, you know, get a proper job and you'll never make it, but they don't know. But if you really believe in yourself, you can do it. So, but stay at school.
But you actually had a proper job, though, didn't you? I mean, it was.
Yeah,
it was
I did
very...
all sorts of things before I became a pop singer.
Did it just snap? Did you just think, right, that's it, not going to work?
Why are we talking on the phone like this?
Well, he can listen then.
What, he's watching the telly?
You have to do it in the other room.
I decided that I would do a lot of things before I became a rock singer, because I think I'm more interesting because of that.
Right.
Good luck, Clark. Best
Thanks
of
for
luck.
that.
Right, we're going to take a question.
Oh, the question without the telephone, all right.
Like,
I'll put it down. Ow.
No, it's up to you. I mean, Natasha is right
Where did
here.
you get the name Sting
Ah,
from?
the name Sting. Well, I've had the name since I was about 17, and I used to play with much older people than myself who played jazz, and I used to wear a jumper that was black and yellow hoops, and the trombone player I worked with thought I looked like a wasp, and so as a huge joke he called me Sting, and the name just stuck, and everybody called me Sting, and my mother ended up calling me Sting, so I just kept it. And it's very short for writing autographs, and you know, it's a silly name, but then you forget about it.
And of course, underneath that sweater, he's still wearing the other jumper, which is with the
My
stripes.
underwear
Never
is
takes it
stripy
off.
like that, so you're not seeing that.
Back onto the phones. And line two. Who's on two? Angelo.
It's Angela.
Hi, Angela.
Hello, Angela.
Hello, Sting. You once said that no matter where you were or what you were doing, you were lonely. Is this still true now? You're married to Trudy and you've got so many kids.
I'm much less lonely than I was. I think, you know, part of being young is part of dealing with that feeling of being lonely a lot of the time. And as you get older, you realise that everybody else is going through the same thing, and then you can sort of get together. So I'm very happy that I have a lovely family. And yes, I'm much less lonely than I was.
All right, thanks. Can I have you?
Yeah.
That first that she's cut off. First
away
and
from
last
the
to
phone.
ask. There you go, that's sorted. Just do it the once. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Gemma. Where's Gemma?
I saw you perform in Italy with Pavarotti. Have you got any plans to go into the opera world like Freddie Mercury did with Monserrat Caballé?
I haven't got the voice for opera. I sang with Pavarotti, actually, in Italy, which was very interesting. And he's such a brilliant singer. But, you know, he told me that it takes 7 years to be able to produce just one note in that way. And I don't think I'll ever manage to do that. Now, I quite like the way I sing at the moment, but I don't think I could get opera together.
What about performing in different sorts of musical performance, like the Threepenny
Joseph.
Opera? Not like Joseph, necessarily.
But he's done
Because
that.
I think the part
I could play your dad.
Right now. Yes, we were chatting about this earlier, and things. You say your
My
first
first
job was...
professional job was the bass player in Joseph. So I
Were you
know
good?
all those
Was he
all
good?
those songs. What?
Were you good?
I was very good. They're good bass parts,
You
actually.
told me early on he was dreadful.
Imagine though, you started looking down into the pit maybe tonight and sing and Sting looking up at you playing the bass. But things like the Threepenny Opera, that type of acting and singing is a very specialised area that possibly someone like Pavarotti would never be able to do. But would you like to do more of that sort of thing?
I like to stretch the idea of what a rock star is supposed to do. You know, people say, okay, that you should only do one thing, but I don't like that. I get bored. You know, I need to be doing things that are challenging and interesting, and even if you fail, it's interesting to do.
Make your own boundaries, yeah.
OK, thanks for that. Back on the phones. And three. Hello, three.
Hello?
Hi there. Claire, off you go, Claire.
I'd like to ask Sting, which one of your records is your favourite?
That's a very, very difficult question. Because they all mean something very special to me. The first hit record I ever had was called Roxanne, and that was in 1970. And the first time you hear your record on the radio is incredibly exciting. You can never repeat that kind of excitement. So I'd probably say the first record that got on the radio, which was Roxanne.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for that.
Ashween is sitting right next to me here.
There are lots of problems around panic. Why did you choose the rainforest as a cause over Earth?
Well, I went to the rainforest about 5 years ago, and it's so very, very beautiful. And I met some people who live there who told me that the whole place was, and the whole way of life was in danger. And the animals that live there are in danger, and the trees are in danger, and the people who live there. And they asked me to help, and they wanted me to help demarcate a part of their forest, which, you know, I used to be a teacher, so good teachers always have visual aids. So I have a map here of South America. Can you see that?
Help hold that up. There we are.
This is Brazil. Now, just to give you an idea how big this country is, this is England, Scotland, and Wales. Okay, it can fit into Brazil many, many times. This area here is the area that these Indians asked me to help them demarcate and protect. And so 5 years ago, we started on this project. Last year, we actually succeeded in demarcating something the size of Switzerland. It's huge. Look compared to England, how big it is. We did it. Everyone said we couldn't do it. We shouldn't even think we'd succeed. We succeeded, and everybody who sent money to the Rainforest Foundation, that's what you did. You protected a vast area of the jungle. There's still an awful lot to do, an awful lot of work to do, an awful lot of animals and people in danger still. And we should stop buying mahogany because that's one of the main causes of the deforestation. Tell your dad that, but I'm very happy about that.
Who said you shouldn't?
Oh, everybody, critics, professional critics. It's a very difficult thing to do, to demarcate. We've built these little beacons all around the area which are linked to a satellite. So the satellite goes over there and can identify any incursions that are made by burning or chopping the forest down, and then they tell the Indians. It's a very high-tech
So it's using
operation.
high-tech to protect something that's been a civilization that's been there since.
And they should be left.
Hundreds and thousands of
They
years.
should be left to make their own decisions.
So when someone breaks that boundary and it's picked up, who is it that polices the area?
The Indians themselves.
Right. And
Because
how much
it's
power
now
do they-
legally their land. It's now declared Indian land, and it wouldn't have happened without our work. So we're very proud of that.
Quite right too. All right, thanks for that. And back onto the phones. And line 4, Nadia.
Hello.
Hiya, off you go.
I've read in a few magazines that you enjoy the company of children. Is that true?
I enjoy the company of children. Well, I have to. I have so many children. I have 5 children. And yes, I do like children. I think you often get a very straight point of view from children. They really tell you the truth, and they look at you in a way which is very difficult to lie to them. So they're very good for you as well to have around.
Okay, thanks for that.
Thank you. Michael.
You've done so much in your life, so what else would you like to do?
What else would I like to do? Well, I'm 41 now. I'd like to keep being a singer. I love singing. I love travelling the world. I'd maybe like to do some more acting. I'd just like to get better at what I do. I think there's always room for improvement, you know. And I just like to be happy and healthy.
What about the campaigning? Are you just putting that on the back seat for a little
No,
while?
I'm still very much involved in trying to raise money for the rainforest. And I'm doing a concert next month in New York with George Michael and Bryan Adams and Tina Turner and James Taylor. And we hope to raise $1 million to keep the money flowing in because it's an ongoing problem. And I'm very much committed to it.
Okay.
I think we've got time for a question from Bryony. Yes, where's Bryony?
How do you encourage your children to be more environmentally friendly?
How do I encourage it? Well, I turn the lights off anytime I come into a room, and I turn the gas fire down a bit. I think most children are much more clued in than their parents actually about what's going on and how they should behave. They know better than I do, so I don't really have to crack the whip very much.
We may be able to sneak another quick one in on the phones, actually, if we're really quick. Line 5. Hello.
Hello.
Vicky, hi, off you go.
Hi. If somebody told you that you had to choose between your singing career and your acting career, which one would you choose?
Oh, there would be no doubt. I'm a singer. I'm a singer. Acting I do, for fun. Singing is my vocation, and without it, I'd be lost. I really would.
Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Do you have an
Vicky.
idea of a part in the
Yes.
acting?
What's
Something
the
that you'd like to do?
role?
I'll play Joseph's dad if you like.
Come and do Joseph. Yeah,
No, he's
great.
dad.
Jacob, that's Jacob. Will you come and do the show? Excellent. Well,
Or
have
one of
you
the
there?
nasty brothers.
No problem.
I don't know what Aubrey would have to say about that.
I don't
but
think he'd
there
be
you
very
go.
pleased, I
No,
tell
I
you.
don't think
Well, I
he
could
would.
do his parts when he wants a day off, I know all the songs.
Okay, all right. Well, you're on for that. Aubrey, I'll have a word with you later.
Sting, thanks very much for being with
a
us
pleasure.
today. Thank you.